Hi and Assalamualaikum. Today I would like to talk about the leadership training program. Here are some about the organizer background. His name is Khairul Musari as a human resource management of Ingout's company. Here we go to the introductions of leadership training program. The term leadership development training program in the context of human resource management refer to the leadership development training programs aimed to enhance the competencies of those occupying leadership role or those desiring to assume accountability as leader within an establishment. The objective, requirement, and environment of the organization must all be carefully taken into consideration when creating a true training program for leadership development. These programmers' emphasis frequently rests on how will they meet the individual training participant demand as well as organizational objective. Here are the training plans. They have 7 training plans include facilitators, venue, duration and scheduling of program, number of participants, training methods, logistics, and the last one is budget. Here are some about the facilitators. I choose Dr. Sarah Hernandez as our facilitators. Dr. Sarah Hernandez is a certified leadership development coach with over 15 years of experience in human resource leadership role. She is an expert in leadership development, has in-depth knowledge of process, policy and challenge, and has experience in implementing human resource strategy in line with leadership development. She organizes workshops on subjects including strategic human resource leadership, talent acquisition, and employee engagement for human resource professionals at all organizational levels as part of his leadership development programs. Next, we move on to the venue. The implementation of a leadership training program requires careful planning in order to establish an environment that can support learning objectives and demonstrate the organization's commitment to high-quality leadership development. They have 4 selecting a location for leadership development initiatives like conference center, outdoor adventure center, corporate headquarters, and the last one in virtual platforms. I choose conference center as the main venue for leadership development program, which also include an escape room and a dedicated meeting space with a variety of audiovisual amenities. This is due to the location abilities to hold a sizable gathering of attendees. Next, we move on to the duration and scheduling. Proper planning is required when scheduling training season to guarantee that participant demands are met and that regular business activities are not adversely affected. They have 2 things that considered as a duration and scheduling of the program. The first one is right timing. Training for the leadership program will take place every weekend since this is when most participants have free time. And the second one is about the duration of training. This program may run for several days or it may be divided into several shorter seasons spaced out over time. The length of the season should be appropriate given the participant attention span and the difficulty of the content. The next one is about the number of participants. Most leadership development programs are implemented in a relatively large context. Therefore, the number of participants involved usually reach up to 100 participants. Next, about the training method. The goal of the program, the type of the content, and the participant preference and trait all play a role in selecting the ideal combination of training techniques. Learning can be made more true and interesting by combining different approaches. They have 4 examples of the ways of training method for leadership training programs like simulation training, continuous learning platform, mentorship and coaching, and experiential learning. I will choose simulation training as one of the training methods. As an efficient and successful tool for developing leaders, simulation training presents participants with authentic situations to improve their decision-making, communication, problem-solving, and strategic thinking abilities. We move on to the logistics. Developing a leadership training program involves careful planning and coordination of various logistical elements, Support for logistics is essential to the smooth operation of leadership development initiative. A well-organized logistic plan ensures that all the necessary elements are in place, contributing to a smooth and effective training experience for participants. Here are some of the things in logistics, like participant check-in, which establish a specific place for check-in and label it properly with sign, and assign support personnel to greet attendees, check registration, and deliver required documents. And the second one is about the information desk. Establish an information desk manned by experienced support staff who are able to assist and respond to general inquiries. Next, we move on to the budget. To create a successful leadership development program, extensive collaboration with key stakeholders including human resource and department head is necessary to ensure that the budget is in line with the organization objective. There are two things that considered in the budget, like facilitators or speakers. We set aside money to hire seasoned trainers, consultants, or facilitators to provide the leadership education, which take into account their costs, travel expenditure, and lodging if required. And the second one is about the participant material. Allocate funds for any supply that participants may require, including workbooks, training manuals, and other materials. Here, we move on to the training evaluation. There are 3 training evaluation: pre-training assessment, post-training assessment, and lastly, long-term follow-up. The first one is about pre-training assessment. Firstly, customization training content. It will allow trainers to customize the content to address gaps and build on existing strengths. And the second one is alignment with organizational goals. By focusing on specific leadership competencies, the training becomes a strategic tool for developing the skills necessary to achieve organizational objectives. Next, about the post-training assessment. Firstly, validate training objective. It guarantees that participants will have the desired knowledge and abilities upon completion of the programs. And the next one is about the reinforced learning. Recall and application of the knowledge are encouraged in participants, which improve retention and make sure the information is not easily lost. And we move to the last one, is long-term follow-up. The first one is employee retention and engagement. Leadership training can positively influence employee retention and engagement. If leaders are captive, often leads to a more engaged workforce. And the second one is organizational performance. Leadership skill contribute significantly to organizational performance. In conclusion, leadership training program play a pivotal role in fostering the growth, development, and effectiveness of individuals in leadership role within an organization. It is impossible to overestimate the importance of this program, since they develop capable and flexible leaders who support the organization's overall success and sustainability. Hence, leadership training programs also are cornerstone of organizational development, shape the leaders of today and tomorrow. Investing in the ongoing development of leadership talents becomes a strategic requirement and a critical component of long-term success when organizations encounter ever-changing problems. By means of deliberate training, personalization, and continuous assessment, this initiative developed into effective instrument for constructing a robust, flexible, and proficient leadership group. That's all from me. Thank you.